Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Mataji started, okay.
We'll just wait for another 2 minutes, okay?
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. For 2 minutes, let's sing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, so we will start so that others will join, okay? So we will start with our invocation prayers. Is there any festival today, Mataji? Kids are not there yet.
Yeah, Shravan Shukravar, right? Mahalakshmi Vratam, all that everybody is doing, I think, at home.
Okay.
Somebody using chat.
Okay, so we will start with our prayers. Everybody together. You can unmute yourself and everybody together. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Nirvishesha Shunyaadi Ashtavarine Jai Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna.
Okay, so now who all are ready? One second.
Mute yourself.
Yeah. Okay. So now, yeah, last week we have completed 2.7, I guess. So 2.11, okay?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hi, Paul. Okay, you will repeat after me, okay? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Bhagavan
One word at a time, okay? The pronunciation might be a little bit difficult, but so one word at a time. Asochan. Anvasochastvam. Asochan. Anvasochastvam. Prajna,
Pragnya.
Vadams,
Vadam.
Prajnavadamscha, Prajnavadamscha, Asase, Ashochan, Anvasocastvam, Ashochananvasocastvam, Ashochananvasocastvam, Prajnavadamscha bhasase, Gatasun, Agatasumscha, Gatasun, Agatasumcha, Gatasum, Agatasumcha, Nanusochanti, Panditaha. Remember who is saying the verse I'm watching, okay? And that person will be allowed to do the translation. So I want each and every one to be saying the verse. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashochan Anvasocastvam Prajnavadamscha Bhasase Asochananvasocastvam Prajnavadamscha Bhasase Gatasun Agatasumscha Gatasum Agatasumscha Nanusochanti Panditaha Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashochananvasocastvam Prajnavadamscha Bhasase Gatasuna Gatasumscha Nanusochanti Panditaha. Okay, so see, now I want somebody, okay? I want Balavrinda, can you tell me what does Shri Bhagavan Uvacha mean?
Bhagavan Vacha means Bhagavan means who?
Krishna.
So, Uvacha means what?
Vacha means
Son of Kunti.
said.
Said, okay? When somebody says, so that is Uvacha. Suppose if Lord Brahma is saying, then we'll say Brahma Uvacha. If Arjuna is saying something, we'll say Arjuna Uvacha, okay? Uvacha is a Sanskrit word. These are Sanskrit verses, right? So Uvacha means when somebody is saying something. So now this is Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, okay? So when Bhagavan is saying, Advait, can you tell me who is Bhagavan over here that is referring? Can you come on video as well? If you can.
They're referring to the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So who is that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Keshavi? You are mute.
Krishna.
You can unmute, Keshavi, sorry. Yeah.
Krishna.
Okay, Lord Krishna, right? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said. Now, Ashochan. Can somebody read it? We have, who is this? Can you read the meaning over there? Ashochan?
The which is not worthy of lamentation.
Which is not worthy of lamentation. Okay, you know what I want to have it. Okay, yeah. So Anvasochas. Who is going to say that? Vidarth, can you read that? Anvasochas. Vidarth, are you there? Okay, Kavish, can you read?
Sri Bhagavana Vachan
Oh,
means
yeah, no, I want you to read the meaning over here. This.
this you are lamenting.
You are lamenting, okay? So Asochan means what? That which is not worthy of lamenting. Tvam, you. Okay, let me take this over here so that I can see many of you. Okay, Monish, can you read the next translation? Pradnyavadaha.
Prajnavadaha.
Learned talks. Can you repeat?
क्लास करी थी मैंने इन्हें क्लास करो
Okay, Jahnavi, can you read the next? Cha? Jahnavi? Jahnavi, can you unmute yourself? Yeah. Can you say this? Cha also.
So 1 second, Madhiji, she is getting.
Okay.
1 second. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you read this? Cha also.
also
Very good. Vidarth, can you read this? Bhasa says speaking. Vidarth, can you unmute? Yeah. You can unmute and read it.
what was you telling me again to read
Bhasa says speaking. See, I have highlighted that part.
Bahasa speaking
Bhasa say.
Bahasa speaking
Okay, it is not bhasa say, it's bhasa say. Bha. Can you say bha?
Bahasa
Very good. Speaking. Okay.
speaking
Radhika and Rasika, can you say the next one? Gata, lost.
Gata lost
Asun, life.
action life
You both are there, right? So you both get turns to say. Okay. Agata, not past. Ram Sridhar, can you say this?
yes Mataji what
Agata, not past.
Gata but it's not best but
Agata,
Agata
not past.
not fast
Very good. Okay. Shraddha, Khushi, Krishna, Shri, I do not see you over here. So I don't know whether you're sitting over there. Asun, life. Ashutosh, can you say? Asun, life.
I can't unmute my. Oh, sorry. Okay. Asun life.
Okay. Shri, can you say this? Cha, also. Cha, also. Shri, can you unmute yourself?
Oh, it's me, Mataji?
Yes.
Cha also.
Also. Shraddha, can you say this next one? Na, never.
Never.
Very good. Krishna, can you say this? Anusochanti, lament. Okay. Rishikesh, can you say? Anusochanti,
Yes. Nanusochanti
lament.
lament.
Panditaha, learnt. Monish, can you say this?
Yes, Anushashtomi.
Panditaha, learnt.
Panditaha the learned.
Learned. Okay.
What
Who
does
is it?
Ashanasan mean? The Anushasan.
Anusochanti, lament.
I don't know.
Nanu sochanti. Okay, Nanu sochanti. Get it in this spot. Okay, so now I want whom, you know, wait, I am going to tell one person whom I had. Okay, those who I cannot see on videos, I do not know what to tell them. Okay, Shirsha, can you read the translation? Shirisha, can you read the translation?
The blessed Lord said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead.
Okay, okay, see. So what is Lord saying over here? See, what does Lord say? That you have been speaking. What did Arjuna say? Oh, Arjuna told Krishna, you know what, Krishna, these are all my relatives over here on the battlefield. How am I going to kill them? If I kill them, what will happen? All the men will be killed. Then who will look at the family? And he was talking about all philosophical things and so many things he was talking about. He also said that I am bewildered now. I cannot make up a decision. And now these things are getting so many overwhelming for me. And he was talking about all the learned things which he had learned. Okay. But unfortunately, there was one thing which he had not understood. And that we will see what it is. Okay. So now in the last time we had seen that he had surrendered to Krishna and he had said that now you please guide me. So with that, then now Lord Shri Krishna starts speaking. Okay, unless and until you ask Krishna, he is not going to help you, right? You have to surrender yourself and you have to tell Krishna that Krishna, I really need your help. Now come and help me. So the blessed Lord said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Okay, so now Lord is telling him, we will try to, with all the explanations, we will try to understand that what is he trying to explain. I want, Advait, can you answer me? What do you understand from this verse?
I understand that people who are like they say like smart words like what do you call it, like pundits and stuff, people like that, they they still lament for the like people who are dead or living.
Okay, very good. So with context to this is the conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, wherein Lord Krishna is trying to tell Arjuna about all the important things and what are important and what is not important. So see now, over here, what is the Lord's role? Okay, who is the Lord over here? The Lord is the, who is he? What's written over here? He's a
Teacher.
He's a teacher, right? And teacher is also called as a
Teacher.
guru. Can we call teacher as a guru? Yes. So now Lord Krishna had taken a position of Arjuna's teacher. Okay. Now when you do something wrong in the class, okay, when you were going to school and you did something wrong, did the teacher come and tell you, correct you for it, Vidarth? Did the teacher come and correct you that, oh, Vidarth, that is not to be done in such a way? Did she tell you?
If we do something wrong, the teacher can tell us, because they read every night and then they give us homework, and if we do it wrong, they already read the homework, so they'll tell us if it's wrong. If we show them and if it's something's wrong, they'll correct us.
Yes. Okay. So the teacher can correct the child, the teacher can correct the guru, correct the disciple, okay, or correct the student if she understands or he understands that there is something wrong going on. Suppose you're told to learn a 2's table, okay, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. And suppose if you do it wrongly, like 2 times 1 is 3, 2 times 2 is 6. or 2 times 6, 2 times 2 is 8, you say. The teacher is- yeah, the teacher is going to come and correct you for that, right? So the same way over here, Lord Krishna has taken the role of a teacher, and now he has all the rights and he has all the means that he can correct Arjuna for it. Okay. So, and also what is the main word that we have come over here is Bhagwan. Okay, remember this word. So that means Bhagwan is the supreme personality of Godhead. When we are talking about other lords, we just tell them Lord Shiva or we tell the Lord other lords. But over here we are talking about Lord Bhagwan is said, like that means is the supreme personality of Godhead. And Bhagwan means, so what is the definition of Bhagwan? Srila Prabhupada says,
You to call me Bhagwan.
yeah, Bhagwan means that nobody can surpass his knowledge. I also have knowledge, but can I become Bhagwan? No, because the Lord has knowledge in abundance. Then, suppose I say, oh, you know what? Bhagwan is one who is very opulent. Then I can say, oh, I also have a very big house and I also have a lot of wealth. Can I become Bhagwan?
No.
No, because the Lord has all the we have all the qualities that the Lord has, but the Lord has it in abundance and abundance and abundance. Okay, so many times
Krishna
multiplied.
has 64 transcendental qualities.
Yes, and what does a guru do? He will remove drawbacks, whatever drawbacks we have or whatever things we need to change. The guru can change them. The guru can tell us our faults, that it is not to be done in a specific way. Okay, so if I say that, you know what, everybody knows me, so I also am Bhagwan, can I say that? So Shraddha, can you read this last part over here which is highlighted?
Okay. Bhagavana, that personality who is full, who is in full all the opulences, wealth, strength, fame and knowledge, beauty and recognition. He is God.
Okay, renunciation. Okay, that means whatever these qualities, see, we are in this material world, we also have knowledge, we also have beauty, we also have fame, we also have strength, we have wealth, but the Lord, who is called as Bhagavan, has all these qualities in a lot amount. Okay, so now again coming back to our verse, we have to understand some answers. Okay, that in the thing, when you read the translation over here, see, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for all that is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Okay, so in the purport, it is seen that Lord Krishna is saying, Arjuna, why are you behaving like a not intelligent person? So why was that called? Then we have to see that what was Arjuna thinking and what was that he was thinking which was wrong. And why was Arjuna so confused? So we have to answer all these questions, okay? Now see, Pradnya Vadams Bhasase. Now see, over here we have been,
It just automatically happened.
Hari Bol. So, what we had learned from the earlier verses about the soul, about the body, about the super soul, right? We said, what is the importance of Bhagavad Gita? What does it tell you? I am not the...
What?
What does it tell?
So we are not. I am not the soul. I am not the body. I am not the body.
Yes, I am not the body, right? So, yes, one who is actually learned, he does not. He has no concern of his body. Remember when we are doing in the Govinda group, we did about Jada Bharata. When he came as Jada Bharata, he was not concerned about his body because he just wanted to go back to Godhead, because he was a learned soul. After taking the body of a king, then taking a body of a deer, he was now a learned person. So he knew that I am not this body. So he was not concerned about what activities were going on, what people are doing around. So now Arjuna was thinking, oh, you know what, if I kill this person, he is my relative. If I kill this person, he is my brother. So I am killing someone. I am going to create a sin. He was all with lamentation. He said that if I kill this person, his wife will be a widow. Then what will happen to the children? And what will happen to all over the world if I go on killing?
Mama, what should I do?
Yeah. Haribol? Yes, and Arjuna was also thinking, what should I do? And he was thinking about giving all sorts of reasons. And when he was thinking about all these reasons, he was talking like a pandita. See, Prajnavadam Shabhasase. See, what is the verse over here? We'll again go back to the verse. See, Prajnavadam Shabhasase. Gatasun agatasum sha nanu sochanti pandita. That means you are talking like a pandit. What did Lord Krishna say? You're talking like a pandit. But you are talking about something which does not even need to be taken care of. Okay? Suppose you are drinking water. Okay, you drink water in a glass. And then you drink water and little is left and you are just going to dump that water out from in the basin. Okay? Then I want you to answer. Okay? Suppose you drink water from a glass and then you little water is left and you're just going to pour it out. Will you sit and cry? Oh, the water is gone. The water is lost. I wasted the water. Will you sit and cry for that?
No. We
No.
have more water.
Right. Is
No.
that a reason?
I just leave the glass over there and go.
Yeah. So is that a way to think about? No. So there is no need to think about such things, right? Because there are many important things to think about. So now we are going to see what are the important things that Lord Krishna is going to tell Arjuna to look into. See, now the basic thing what we know is what was the relation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna. I want to ask
Arjuna
someone.
was the disciple and Krishna was the guru.
Okay.
Your voice was just breaking for like 6 or 10 seconds.
Mati, you muted.
Yeah, now I'm unmute. Yes. Okay, so Radhika, can you tell me what was the relation between Krishna and Arjuna? Monish, why are you moving so much?
Guru and Shishya.
Guru and Shishya. Very nice. Guru and Shishya. And what else was there? Before Guru and Shishya, who were they?
Friends.
Friends, right? So when they were friends, that time was Lord Krishna telling something to Arjuna?
No.
He was just talking like a normal friend, right? But the moment Arjuna surrendered and the moment Arjuna asked that Krishna, please guide me with folded hands, he said, please guide me. That time the guru-disciple relationship between Arjuna and Krishna started, okay? So now we'll see who is a guru. Okay, first we'll see that we are saying guru, shishya, we are saying guru, disciple. Let us see what is the difference between a guru and a disciple, okay? So see, a guru, in one of the classes, one of the Prabhu has explained that a guru is like a doctor. Srila Prabhupada has also explained. Guru is like a doctor. Aradhya, can you tell me when do we go to a doctor or what does a doctor do? Aradhya?
You're muted, Mataji.
Mataji, you muted again.
Yeah. Aradhya, can you tell me what is a guru shishya relation?
A guru shishya relation is like the doctor will when we go to the doctor when we got some pain and then we are trying to sort it, trying to get it better, but it's not getting better. We'll ask the doctor what to do.
Yeah, where are you, Aradhya? Why can't I see you? I wanted to spotlight you. Are you on video?
Yes.
Okay, let me put you a speaker view 1 second. Okay, Aradhya, can you say again?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, what does a doctor do?
A doctor, they fix the, if you have like an injury, you go to the doctor and the doctor will make you better.
Right. So you are into any problem, the doctor will take you away from that problem, or he will see what is the cause of the problem, and then he will give you the instructions accordingly. According to that, he will give you, right? Okay. So now, okay. So Now, when you go to the doctor, you know that the doctor is going to do that. So the doctor is helping us. Can you say, are you okay? Is it right that the doctor is helping us? Very good. Now, when we are talking about a guru's relationship with a disciple, the guru's main objective is to give us Krishna. Okay. Last time we saw what is a fake guru and a true guru, right? If any guru is telling, oh, you know what, there is no Krishna, there is I am Krishna, I am your guru and I am Krishna. Is that guru a right guru?
No.
No, right? That is not a right guru.
I remember last time the photo you showed us, he had a beard and everything.
Yes,
Like the
right?
guru, but then the next photo, he was wearing headphones and he was doing a teaching.
Right. So guru does not give the disciple what he wants. See, if I go to my guru and if I say that, or else you know what, if Arjuna, he could have just said to Krishna, he could have just said, told to Krishna, Krishna, you are the supreme personality of Godhead, just you can make me win the war. Would that be okay, Kavish? Could he say that?
No.
No, right? Because the guru, what does a guru do? When our gurus are also there, we cannot go and tell them, Guru Maharaj, we need some money. Guru Maharaj, I need to have a home. I cannot go and do this to my guru, right? Because the guru will always take his disciples near to Krishna, and he will try to make them more Krishna conscious. Whatever is good for their Krishna conscious, only that will be done by the guru for the disciples. Okay. Now remember, the guru is also going to correct you. What is Lord Krishna doing over here? He's trying to correct He's trying to correct Arjuna. See, now I want Ram Sridhar. Can you unmute and answer? Okay. What was Vyasadev's position? What had happened that the Vyasadev's guru had come to make him understand things? Do you know about that?
No, Mataji.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else over here? Anybody wants to answer?
Mataji, what is the question?
What had happened that Narad Muni had to come and talk to Vyasadev? We see Vyasadev is lamenting over here. Vyasadev is very sad over here. Does anybody know what had happened?
Can I tell Mataji? He
was not happy.
all the books which were not Krishna conscious, and then he got sad.
Very good. Balavrinda, you were saying something?
He was not in Krishna consciousness. That's why he did not glorify Krishna. That's why he's sad.
Very good. See, because a guru is going to give you closer to Krishna, right? And when he saw that this disciple, he had done an amazing work, right? He had written Upanishads and so many, all our scriptures, but yet Vyasadev was sad. He was not feeling that transcendental bliss. So Narad Muni, being a guru, he came and he said, you know what, Vyasadev, you have done an awesome job, no doubt about it, but you have forgot to glorify the Lord. You have forgot to tell about the pastimes of the Lord, and that is the reason you are feeling this missing something part. And then he instructed him that why don't you write something which is related to the Lord's pastime. Okay. See, now a guru can also be your best critic, because he will tell you where you are going wrong. He will not sugarcoat things, or he will not say, oh, my disciple will feel so sad, why should I say that? No, because a guru knows that if I can correct my disciple, that disciple will become more happy. Okay, so you should be ready. If the guru is instructing you something, you should not say, how come my Guru Maharaj said me like this? My Guru Maharaj does not love me. Always remember, your parents, your teachers, they are correcting you because they love you a lot, and they want you to become big and become good and become the best. Okay, so you should never feel sad. Very good, Balavrinda. Now see, there is one more analogy which is given by Srila Prabhupada over here, and other acharyas have also given. A guru is like, you know, a potter. When somebody makes pot, let me ask somebody else. Who is? You can raise your hands also if you want to answer, okay? So that I can ask you questions. Varun, can you unmute yourself and can you come on video?
Okay, I'm on video.
Yeah, yeah, Varun is on video. Varun. Let me see. Because then I can have you on spotlighted. Yes, so Varun, why do you think that a guru is explained as a potter over here? An example is given that guru is like a pot person who makes a pot. Any idea?
Because the guru does everything, and just like the person who makes the pot, he does everything to make the pot. The guru does everything that's good for your life.
Okay. So when we say that the guru does everything, please raise your hand so I can unmute you. So when we say that the guru is doing everything, what all that guru will do? Shri, can you unmute and come on video also? Yeah, you are on video. You can unmute and answer.
Wait,
Shri,
what was the question again?
that what all is the potter doing which is similar to the guru?
The potter, he's making the pots.
Okay. He's making the pots. Okay. Anybody else? Radhika, Rasika, wait. Aniruddha. Anirudh, you can come on video as well, please.
Hello?
Yeah, Anirudh, can you answer? What is the similarity over here? We are saying that, oh, the guru is like the guru is like a potter. Why is it explained? Why is this analogy given?
Because he or she is doing this.
Okay. Let me explain that. Okay. Now see, the potter, when he is
He is respecting the pots.
respecting the pots. Okay. And what else is there? You know, is
So basically, the potter is the guru and the disciple is the pot. So
okay.
the guru is basically making the pot like clean, and then so basically the pot can go to the store or basically to
Oh.
Krishna.
Good. Okay. Wonderful. Now let me.
Can I answer? I have a different answer.
Okay, Shri, go ahead. Okay, first Shri, then Balavrinda, then Radhika Rasika. Okay. Okay, Shri, go ahead.
So the guru, he like a potter. The potter has to pat the pot to make it into a good shape and not like a shapeless form. So the guru, he molds us to go closer to Krishna.
Very good. And Radhika Rasika?
Like the potter gives shape to the mud, similarly the guru gives right direction to the disciple.
Very good. Balavrinda?
Yes, Mataji. The guru is making the pot shape.
Very good. He's giving the pot a shape. Very good. Now, okay. So listen, okay. Now see, when the pot is to be made, the pot initially is just clay. It does not have any shape. Okay?
Mataji,
Yes.
Karthik wants to say,
Okay, Karthik, go ahead.
we are the pot and the guru are making us.
Yes, and the guru is making us, right? So now what happens is when we are initially, okay, initially it is just in the very beginning, it is just clay. There is nothing to it. There is no shape to it. So what does the guru do? See, you know what? Srila Prabhupada used to say, to make one disciple, there is tons and tons of bloods used. A whole village is needed to make one disciple also. Right? That means there is lots and lots of effort to make one person Krishna conscious. So this all effort, if we just equilibrate over here with what the potter is doing, the clay is without shape, is dry, it has no water, no moisture, then it has to be put water, it has to be kneaded with hand, with legs, and then once it becomes malleable, once it becomes soft, then the potter is going to make a pot, and he's just not going to make a pot. He puts his hand inside the pot and he makes it, gives it a nice shape. Okay. And he also sees to it that it is kept in a proper place so that it dries well. So over here, a potter will keep a hand inside the pot, and so that there are no pebbles. So whatever obstructions are there in our path of bhakti, if we surrender to our guru, the guru is taking those obstacles out from our path. And the guru makes important all the, like, he sees to it that we are thoroughly Krishna conscious. Ashu, stop it please.
Mataji, it's like you're our guru.
Very good. I'm trying to learn myself also, beta. Okay, so guru is important. He can do as he wishes, right? You should not say, oh, my guru, yesterday he was so angry on me, but you have to think for yourself. What was it that I did that my guru was so upset? And we should try to do that. We should not, the guru should not get upset with us. Okay, now again, a second example is done of a blacksmith. Okay, I did not put a photo over here. I'm so sorry. Okay, a blacksmith is a person who makes things with iron rods. Okay, your suppose you have a bunk bed. That bunk bed is made up of iron thing, right? Or you have your car parts and everything, whichever is made of iron. Now this iron is a big log, right? It might be just okay, I do not have anything over here. Yeah, this table which I'm there, that is just like that. It must be just a iron rod which is present, but that iron is so hard. That iron has to be melted, it has to be heated. Okay, and when it is heated at that right time, the blacksmith, okay, blacksmith is a person who makes things from iron things. Okay, he will then put his hammer over it and make into whatever shape he wants. Like that, the guru also, he knows when the disciple has to be changed, when the disciple needs guidance. Every day the guru is not going to come and give you instructions. Okay, so he will know when it has to be done. So a guru is also compared to a blacksmith who is going to make equipments with the heated iron. Now as Arjuna is really needing these instructions, and that is the reason we are seeing why was Arjuna being instructed. See, again, the third example is given about gold. Do you know how gold gets purified? Anybody?
They heat it.
Yes, they heat it. By heating, all the impurities which are there, they can be removed, and the gold, it gets melted and it can be separated from the other alloys which are there in it. So a real guru, what does he do? He will test the disciple. Okay, he will put him into all situations which he knows that the disciple can handle. And then the disciple who is very true to the guru, he will come out sparkling like the gold. The gold sparkles, right? The gold will come out like that. The disciple also, with all the hard things or what all the things which they're doing, like some of the guru says you have to read Srila Prabhupada books. Okay, and then they get the initiation. So the disciples, they have to sit and read Srila Prabhupada's books. So that is a way of purifying themselves. So these are all the different ways which our gurus are helping us. See, Srila Prabhupada also gave examples over here at how soul is important. Now Krishna is again explaining Arjuna that Gatasun agatasumsa nanu sauchanti panditaha. We will see that. Now I want Sri Lakshmi, can you read this?
Read what?
The one which I have highlighted over here.
Yes. Krishna says that a learned man does not
Lament.
over this body. The whole question that the soul is different from this body, the whole question is solved in one verse, you see.
Okay, see, okay, we will go to the next part and see what Lord Krishna is trying to tell. Now, Krishna is telling Arjuna, the first instruction is saying, why are you lamenting? Why are you feeling this thing that you are making such a big offense, or why are you thinking about it? He is saying that you do not need to lament for those who are dead, and you do not even need to lament for those who are alive. Now in the Srimad Bhagavatam, you can see that Yudhishthir was lamenting for those who were dead. After the war, he was thinking, so that, oh, what happened? So many are dead. While Arjuna, in the battlefield, he was thinking, oh, these people are alive and how do I kill them? So what does Krishna say? That you do not need to lament for those who are dead, neither you need to lament for those who are alive. So this was the example of Yudhishthir and Arjuna. How Arjuna was lamenting for people who were alive, that why should I kill them? And Yudhishthir was saying, oh, how many of them killed? Only because I had to become a king. But so is that lamentation okay? Kavish, what do you feel? Was the lamentation right on Yudhishthira and Arjuna's part? Whatever sadness they were feeling, was it right?
No,
Why was it
yes,
not right? Anybody can answer me?
I guess.
Okay, Kavish, why do you think it was not right?
I don't know. Like, I don't know about this. Because we are
Okay.
so
Mataji, I think it was actually it's good to, because like if you lament for people who are dead, because not all situations, but because it's like you miss them and you actually care about them.
Yeah, so what the thing is
Mataji?
that, yes,
Mataji? Wait, they shouldn't have lamented because only their body died, their soul moved on.
very good, very good. So that is what is, yes, that is what Lord Krishna is trying to tell him, that the soul and body are different. So do not lament. The body is going to die, but the soul is going to move on. Okay, that is one thing. And second thing is that it is Lord Shri Krishna's order that Arjuna has to fight. And when a guru is giving order, that means it has to be done in no condition. You do not need to ask question, because the guru knows what is best. And over here, the Lord of the universe, the Lord himself is telling. Okay. Aradhya, can you read this? Aradhya?
The body is born and is destined
Kind.
destined to be vanquished today or tomorrow. Therefore, the body is not important as the soul. One who knows this is actually learned, and for him there is no cause for lamentation,
Regardless.
regardless of the condition of the material body.
Okay. So see, the same thing which we have been trying to tell, right? So now, Arjuna's condition. Okay. See, Arjuna was arguing. He was saying, oh, according to religious principle, I shouldn't be fighting. It is, why should I give that much, so much importance? Why should this politics be into importance? I can just leave everything over here and go into the forest. Why do I need to even think about it? Haribol, just please unmute yourself if you are unmute. So he was thinking, why do I need to even fight? I don't want to become a king. I do not want any kingdom. But he did not know what was the importance of soul, what was the importance of the body. He did not know that difference. Okay. And this difference is what Lord Shri Krishna is going to tell Arjuna in the further verses. We have done some of these verses, you remember? Let us go to the further things and then do it. Now see. But now again a question comes. Lamentation, we are in this material world, right? We feel happy, we feel sad, or we feel like very excited. All these are parts of the soul, that whatever the soul is going to go through. Then how can Lord say that I should not be lamenting? Then what will happen to that feeling of mine of feeling sorry? That means it will happen that if somebody passes away, if somebody dies, I will not even cry. I will not even have a tear in my eye. Okay. That means, should I be so insensitive? If somebody is having problem, I should say, you know what, that is your karma, you deal with it. Can I say that? No. Then if somebody dies, I will say, oh, you know what, the soul is going.
No.
If somebody dies, then I will say the soul is going, the body is over here, don't cry. Can I do that? People will come and hit me nicely. Right? I cannot say that, because then that will make me insensitive. That will not make me a normal human being. Because as a human, as a soul, I also have feelings. Okay. So now Srila Prabhupada explains us in a very nice way. Okay. Remember, Srila Prabhupada is our Param Guru. What he says, he gives a nice example. This lamentation is there, but you know what? These desires are there, but you should direct them in the service of the Lord. If you direct these thoughts in the service of the Lord, those thoughts will be purified, and also your feelings will also be safe. So what does it do? Now over here, when Prahlad Maharaj, when he saw that, okay, his dad was a very bad demon and he was killed by Lord Narsimha Dev. Okay. And then Narasimha Deva asked him, Prahlad, ask me, what boon do you want? What do you want from me? What did Prahlad Maharaj say? First of all, Prahlad Maharaj did not want anything for himself. Then when Lord Narasimha said that, please ask me something, I want to give you something. Then Prahlad Maharaj had a very compassionate heart. See, I cannot say that, oh, this person is dead, I do not care. It is just the body is there now. Because that will not make me compassionate. If I see someone suffering, I should have that compassion feeling in me. Okay. Coming into Krishna consciousness does not mean that you're just going to talk about the philosophy and forget about the compassion or helping nature. Rather, devotees are the most compassionate. Devotees are the most helpful. So what did Prahlad Maharaj do? Prahlad Maharaj said to Narasimha Deva, if you want to give me something, if you really feel that you want something, some boon to be given to me, please relieve all these people who are suffering in this world. He did not ask for anything for himself. Okay. He asked for everybody else. So this is how a devotee should be. This is what the lamentation, he was lamenting, oh Lord Narasimhadev, look at these people are suffering, please help them. Okay, that is how we can be more compassionate, and how we should not lament for wrong things, but we can lament for things which are going wrong. By the mercy of the God, we can have it changed. Okay. Then these gopis, there is a second example of gopis. What happened when Narad Muni came? All over the world he was moving, and he said, you know what, Lord Krishna's head is hurting and he needs some medicine. And the medicine was, what was the medicine? Somebody can answer me?
Dust of the
Mataji, the dust of the devotees.
The dust of the lotus feet of the devotees. And all the devotees started saying, oh Narad Muni, how can we give our dust of the lotus feet to the Lord? No, we will not do that. But when Narad Muni came to the gopis started being worried. Oh, Krishna is sad. Krishna is not feeling well. He has temperature. His head is hurting. How come like this? And they started feeling so sad. See, that means again, as a devotee, I also have compassion. The gopis also had compassion. So what did they do? That compassion resulted into doing a service to the Lord. Okay, so remember, if you are feeling compassionate for a person or beggar who is there on the road, you should not say, oh, the beggar is suffering over there, it is his karma. We should not say that. Second thing, what you should say, you should not do, okay, take this money and go and eat something. Will that be okay, Rishikesh? What do you feel, Rishikesh? Can you tell me? If I see a homeless person, or if I see a beggar on the road, I just remove money and give it to that person because I'm feeling so much of compassion for him. Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay, but if I do that, what will happen? Tomorrow his money will be finished and again he'll be back on the streets. So is that helping him?
It's helping him for one day.
Yes, you got the point, right? But do I want him to help him for one day, or do I want to help him for all his life?
All his life.
Right. So, Radhika, do you have any alternative? What should I do? Radhika, you have any alternative? Yes. So we should give some prasad. Okay. So see, when somebody is suffering,
Give Lord prasad.
right. So when somebody is suffering, we feel lamented, we feel sad about it. Okay. So that sadness should not be just any random act that we do, that we give them money and we say, okay, now, or we give some clothes. We should not be doing something like this, because see, if that person has, whatever the person is going in this life has been carried from his past life. Okay. But I cannot go and tell him that this is your past karma, you deal with it. Then I am not a good devotee. Then what I should do is, I should try to get him into Krishna consciousness. Because if he is destined for 5 days of trouble in his life, and one day I give him some money, again he will be still going to have 5 days of miserable life. So I am not helping him in any way. So what I can do is, I can give him prasad. You all said, right? I can give him prasadam. And also, I can give him a copy of Bhagavad Gita. I can connect him to some Bhakti Vriksha, or I can connect him to some temple where he can go and eat prasadam every day. if whenever the temple is providing prasadam. Okay, that way he will get purified and his life will be all set to go back to Godhead. Everybody agree with that? Can we do that?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Yes, somebody was saying something. Yes,
We
Rasika,
can
Radhika,
also
say.
give them we can also give them Bhakti.
Okay, one minute. I will have Radhika and Rasika first answer. Yes, Radhika, Rasika, please go ahead.
If someone is suffering from karma, then giving love is our dharma.
Very good. Giving love and also giving love, giving mercy of the Lord. Okay, and that mercy of the Lord will be giving that person some prasadam, giving some that person connecting him to the temple, connecting him to some devotees. Okay, so that will be a mercy of the Lord that we are spreading. Garima, do you want to answer something?
You can also give them Bhagavad Gita and
Yes.
explain them.
Very good, very good. Okay, so now again coming back. So now see, Arjuna was lamenting for things which were for people who are not dead. Yudhishthir was lamenting for people who were dead. So now, when in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai, okay, their conversation was going on. So Lord Chaitanya asked Ramananda Rai, what is considered to be the most painful? What is considered to be something?
Break.
Haribol?
The voice is breaking.
Okay, is it okay now? Others can mute yourself, please. Others can mute yourself so that. Okay, I can mute you all so that there is no disturbance. Okay. Okay. So then when Ramananda Rai was asked a question that what is it that hurts you a lot? What is it that will be very painful, very lamenting thing? Okay. That you will lament about it a lot. And Ramananda Rai said, separation from pure devotees is the most painful in the whole wide world. That means if you get, suppose your parents get moved to such a place where there is no temple, that will be a lot of separation from pure devotees, that you are not meeting any devotees, you are not able to go to a temple. So that will be a very, very sad thing. How many of you agree with that? Right? So if you are not able to connect with devotees, if you are not getting association of devotees, then that would be the worst thing. And this corona did give us that, right? Initially we felt that, oh, we are not going to the temple, we are not meeting with the devotees. But devotees are more clever. Remember, what did devotees do that they are more clever, Garima? What did devotees do to understand that, yes, that though corona is not letting us go to the temple, what did we do? Yes, online classes. Garima, what else?
YouTube.
We saw you singing yesterday, Garima, on I think on Facebook or somewhere. So what were you doing?
I was singing Kirtan.
Yes, that means did you stop that, oh, the corona is not letting me go to the temple, I should just sit at home and watch TV? Did you do that?
No.
No. So you were spreading the holy name of the Lord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did the corona say? You know what? There is a post on Facebook. It says that corona says, oh, look at devotees. Like corona is talking to Krishna. Okay. That look, I kept your devotees at home. I have closed all the temples. And then what is Lord Krishna saying, laughing? Can somebody tell me? Vinaya Mataji, can you tell me? What did Lord Krishna say?
Everybody is home.
Yes, he said that you closed my one temple. I made thousands of temple in everybody's homes. Right? How many of you agree with that? Right? Corona said, I'm going to close one temple in one city. And people said, hey, hey, Corona, we are making temples in our home. Come and have the kirtan, right? Everybody give a big clap. Hari Bol to all the devotees. Hari Bol to Bhakti Sangha. Right? So see, So we should not lament for anything which we are losing. Like my car, it gets punctured, or my car, it gets hit. It is just a material thing. After some days, I might get a new car. So I do not need to worry about that. Okay? But I need to worry if I do not get association of a pure devotee. I need to worry if I am not getting my sadhana done properly. Okay? If I'm not doing my chanting properly, then I need to worry. Then I need to lament. I should be in such a situation where I come home and say, oh, Krishna, I did not finish my rounds today. I have to finish. That is the cause of lamentation. Cause of lamentation will be if I'm going away from Krishna. Okay? That will be the saddest thing for me to do. Right? Everybody agree with that? Very good. So this was our topic on lamentation. Okay? It was a very serious topic, but you all made it so much of fun and you all made it so nicely to explain. So now anybody has any question or anything which we need to...
Can I say something?
Yes,
That
please.
even
Can you
if
come on video, please, Shraddha, so that we can see you?
one of us doesn't do kirtan or anything at home, we're still doing something here.
Right. But along with that, you should glorify the Lord, okay? Because this we are doing for our benefit, that we are learning something, okay? But if we want to please Krishna, you can just sit 5 minutes, 10 minutes for kirtan, okay? Just take your kartal or anything you have. If you do not have a mridanga, just take 2 vessels, put it upside down and do your kirtan on that. Nothing is going to stop us from doing kirtan. Okay, 5 minutes.
Mataji, could I tell what we can do at home for Lord Krishna? What we can do at home for Lord Krishna is we can worship him like because he's our best friend and make temples and do jewel and everything.
Yes, very nice, very nice. Now you know what? Today's activity, I'm again going to leave you for creative work by yourself, okay? And it is a simple, and you can make it as fancy as you can. What I want you to do is, I haven't done because I did not have photo. I will be getting the photos from the shop soon. But if
Mataji,
you
can you take out your shared screen because I can't really see you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. So what you can do is, you know, okay, I will have to spotlight myself. Okay. So see, what you can do is, first we will have, you can take a paper, okay, a chart paper or a normal paper, any paper. And then I want you to put photos of all the Guru Maharajas, whichever you have.
We can use a white paper.
Any paper is good. Okay. Now see, in this Back to Godhead magazine, I have Srila Prabhupada's photo. Suppose on a calendar you have Srila Prabhupada's photo. Okay. Then you can take this photo and you can paste it on a paper. And then now over here I have His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj photo. Okay. Haribol.
Are we making a craft?
I'm going to tell you because I do not have photos, so I'm not able to make a craft. I'm going to get the photos from the CVS or Walgreens and then I will make
Mataji, can you tell from the beginning?
Yes. What we can do is, I want you to put a photo of Srila Prabhupada and photo of all our Guru Vargas. That means you can have photo of all the Guru Maharajas over here. Okay. Whosever photo you have, you can make Srila Prabhupada's photo in the center, in the middle over here, and all the Guru Maharajas photos on the side. How many ever Guru Maharajas photo you can get? Okay. Can you do that?
Mataji, can you put a Krishna's photo?
Krishna's photo also you can have. Yeah, Krishna's photo, Srila Prabhupada's photo, and all the Guru Maharajas photos. Okay. Whichever you can find.
I don't have any photos about that.
Yeah, but I'm going to get it from CVS because I really want to do this activity. Because I want all my Guru Maharajas on this. Because we listen to all the Guru Maharajas, right? So if we can have them all together on one paper, they will feel so happy. Yes, Shraddha, you had some question?
How do you, what does Srila Prabhupada look like?
Okay, you know what? Then I can send you some things on WhatsApp also. This is Srila Prabhupada.
I don't have any. I don't have any photos. I don't have any photos of.
If you have your temple calendar, on the temple calendar, you will get Srila Prabhupada's photo.
Mataji, in the Google they can type, right? They can
Yes,
type
in
all
the
the
Google
Maharajas'
also.
names.
Yeah, in the Google, 1 second, okay, 1 second. In the Google, when you put photo, when you put the name Srila Prabhupada, who is it?
Rasika,
Yes, Rasika.
I will drawing.
Can we print them out, Mataji?
Yes,
We
black
don't
and white, you
have
can print
any.
it out.
Mataji, I paid my money today. It's not work.
Black and white, you can print it out, or you know what, in the CVS and all for 33 cents also you can get a nice printout.
Mataji.
Yes. I'm going to do this once I get the photos, because I was thinking of some other activity, but then I thought that having the Guru Maharaj's photo, because we are talking about all the gurus.
Mataji, we don't
Yes,
have
Rasika.
any of them.
Mataji, what else can you do rather than doing that?
Rather than doing that, then you know what you can do? You can, if you do not have a photo, then you can write Srila Prabhupada over here in a fancy pen. Like you can take a nice pen, you can write Srila Prabhupada over here, and then you can write the names of all the Guru Maharajas. Okay? Can you do that?
Okay,
Then?
Mataji.
But then you will have to do a search. Who all are the Guru Maharajas? Okay? His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Shivram Maharaj. So all the names you can have, and then you can make a circle over here, and then you can make some, like a flower you can make and write the name inside. A flower you can make and write inside. You know what? I'm just going to show you over here. Wait. If I have to just write the name.
All the Guru Maharaj? Okay.
That way, see, now I write the name over here. See, I wrote the name over here. Then what do? I make a flower over here. I made a flower around Srila Prabhupada's name. Okay. Then what do? Then I make a creeper like this. See. You can use your own creativity, okay? And then I write His Holiness.
Can we write our name? Can we write the spiritual master's name and circle it?
Yes, see? Now over here, what did I write? You can have a creeper coming out, and then His Holiness Radhanath.
We can't really see it because
can you see
it's
it?
kind of yellow.
Yes, it is yellow. Okay, you know what? 1 second.
No, we can see Mataji. Place it, Mataji.
Yeah, 1 second, okay?
Are you using black?
No, give me 1 second, because I will just show you what you can do. So see, can you see this now?
Yes, I see the flower.
Yeah, so see, the flower is here. In that between, I have written Srila Prabhupada, and then I have made a flower, a creeper like this coming out, and then His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. Then again, I can bring.
See that letters, their eyesight is very good.
Huh?
Mataji, they are saying they cannot see. Who can see those letters? This eyesight is very good, Mataji.
Okay, then over here, then I write His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. See, I write over here. Then again, I can make some other notations over here, other designs. You can use your drawing skills over here. See, first I made a leaf, then I made like this design. Then again, third, I go. You can do it along with me if you want. Then at least 5 Maharajas' name you should write.
This one.
Haribol, can you see me?
Yes, I think you're spotlighted.
Mataji.
Okay, I'm going to show you what designs I'm making, okay? But then y'all please make it, because at least 5, that will be that will be like you showing your love for all the Guru Maharaj. See, over here I did leaf, then this dot, then this like this design. Okay, and then I wrote like His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. And then again I will bring another one. And then I will write His Holiness Jai Pataka Maharaj, Swami Maharaj.
Is this class gonna end after the craft?
Yes, beta.
Oh, I thought it was until 5:13.
Yeah, it is past 5:30.
Wait, it's past 5:13.
Oh, which time zone are you in?
No, usually we do like 4
Yeah, because
4:15.
Right. See, can you do like this? Anybody is doing along with me?
We don't have it, so
You can just have a normal construction paper and a normal pen, and then you can write it down. If you do not know the spellings, ask your parents. Anybody has a photo, they can put up a photo. If anybody does not have a photo, you can just write it down.
like
Okay?
we do 4:15 to 5:13.
Okay, that's okay if you finish early.
I really like in this classes the stories. We learn a lot.
Thank you. See, I wrote Srila Prabhupada over here, and from Srila Prabhupada, Radhanath Swami Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj,
And craft.
Maharaj. Everybody can see this?
Yes.
And I will be really happy if you can make it and send it. Okay, because see what we do. Listen, kids, what we do, that these crafts which you are making. Remember last time you did about the soul and the super soul. Then these crafts, you will remember that you did this verse related to this craft. So when I take this, you will remember, oh, you know what we did about the lamentation part. And then you will remember 2.11 verse. So the craft should be related. When we did the Patram Pushpan, remember? We did the Patram Pushpam on a plate. You had all the vegetables and fruits. So when I show you that plate, you will immediately say, oh, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam.
Wait, can we write names from the Bhagavad Purana?
Mataji, can you put your photo on the group?
Yes, photo I will put on the group, and I will also send a list of all the Guru Maharajas, okay?
Okay.
And can we write some names in the Bhagavad Purana?
From the Bhagavad Purana, you will have, they are not Srila Prabhupada's disciples, right? That is another activity which we are doing, okay?
Mataji, how do you spell Srila Prabhupada?
Sorry?
Which day are we?
Srila Prabhupada?
What is he saying, Mataji?
Which day are we doing the activity with the Bhagavad Purana?
That verse when it comes up, that day we will do it. We will be doing according to all our Guru Parampara. Okay? Some different verses will be doing.
Mataji, how do you spell Srila Prabhupada?
SRILA. Then again P capital. PRA. BHU. PADA. Yeah, okay, I'll send a list, okay, of all the names also, so that from that, if you can have 5 also, that is okay, because on the paper, you can have 5 of them. Yes.
Just send the names we need to write.
Okay, sure. And if you ask your parents also, they will also be able to guide you. Okay, I'll also send it.
My parents don't really. My parents don't really know.
Okay, sure. No worries. I'll send you. Okay, I'll send you. I'm so happy that you're eager to do it. I'll send you. Don't worry. Just stay on the WhatsApp. Just look at the WhatsApp message.
Okay.
Okay. So shall we end the call? Everybody.
Yes.
Let me see who is going to first send the art. Okay. First send the work done.
Mataji. That's why when you hear.
Okay, Mataji.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol.
Very good, Radhika. Very good. Very good. 1 second, Radhika. Let me spotlight you. Very good. Wow, Radhika, I love you. Very good, Radhika. I'm so happy. Good job. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, see, like this you can do. Okay, all the other Guru Maharajas, if you do not have photo, I also do not have. So we can write names. But Srila Prabhupada photo, we can get it anywhere on the magazines, on your calendar. Very good. You drew it, right? So nice, Radhika. So nice.
Okay.
Get the photos. Can you send the pictures?
Yeah, I'll send the pictures also and I'll send the names also. Okay.
Okay, Hari Bol, Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Bol. And don't worry, we are going to have a revision session also with all the verses which we are doing. Okay. So that you can remember the verses perfectly.
When, Mataji?
We will soon have it in another 2 weeks or something. We'll have revisions also. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe another Mataji will be there that time. Because I will
Okay.
be traveling. So maybe another Mataji will be taking for a few weeks. Okay. When I reach India back, then I will start with your class again. So for some days. Mother Mataji- Yes, I will be there. So I will take it. I'll be there on the class. Don't worry.
It's
Only for some days.
3:47.
Oh, so you're going to go to India, then then start the class there. Then when you're coming back to US, you'll start the class.
No, I will be there on the class always. Don't worry. Okay, but for some weeks there will be other Mataji also who will be taking.
Mataji, the spelling of Srila Prabhupada starts with Srila, and that is spell my name.
Oh. Lakshmi,
I
right.
hope that your screen won't be off on the computer again.
No, it won't be off because my Prabhu will take a nice internet, so he will have the internet will be nice.
Oh yeah, Krishna and Prabhu and everybody will like.
Love you all. You are so nice, cute kids. Okay.
Hey. Hare Krishna, Hare
So
Bol.
we can end the call.
See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Pancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhaiva cha
Hare Bol.
pavanebhyo
Namo Vishnu Padaya.
Jai. All the kids ki jai. Ki jai. All the
Hare
kids ki
Krishna.
jai.
Hare Krishna. Hi everyone.
Krishna.
Okay, we can end this class.
Hari Bol.
Ball.
Hari Bol.